Everybody's favorite. Back to more Ikari Warriors, but this is Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road. I gotta get my chat open, hang on. How do you like the speed of the text? Get home. Hey. The weather? The weather is looking great. Looking rough. Looking pretty. The weather's looking pretty bad. The weather's looking pretty bad. Yeah, it's true. That's a lot of lightning. I'm Zelda. I'm Zada. Listen. Warriors. My land. This land is your land. This land is our land. I could probably beat Contra in the time it takes for this text to go by. I'm Zada. Listen, warriors. My land, Alexia Lamta, was conquered by Zangief. Zangzip. Zangzip is Zangief's brother that he doesn't talk about. See, Zangief's brother, I only know this because I'm a true gamer and I play so many video games. Zangzip, he spends all his time in his bedroom playing old NES games, wasting his life. So Zangief works out. He's got hair on his chest. He's a man's man. He fights in street brawls. He fights in wars. He's not afraid to leave the house wearing nothing but a red Speedo with his bulge out. Because what's anybody going to do? He's going to kick their ass. But Zangzip, oh no, just sits in his bedroom all day long looking at memes on the internet. His brother Zangzip, he actually started a Twitch channel, and he does I can't even think of what it's called. What the fake cartoon faces. That's how bad it is. I don't even know. Can't remember what it's called. Face tubers. VTuber. He's a VTuber. You know what's funny? People say that with that Inspector Gadget video I did that I started that genre. Some people say that. Let's say that that's true. What do you think of the fact that I can't even remember the term? So that's when people here on Twitch, instead of doing like what you're supposed to do, they'll put like a picture of Garfield on the bottom, and it'll be like a 65-year-old fat guy, and he's talking into a voice changer, and he's like, "Thanks for the sub," but when it comes out to you guys on Twitch, it sounds like a woman's voice, but it's like a cartoon anime girl talking. It's great. Anyway, this is going to be Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road. I had this game growing up, and I think I might have had this game before Ikari Warriors 1. And as a kid, I would play this game, and I didn't understand it. And I've always wanted to stream this game because it was it was actually one of the first NES games that I had. This and Ghostbusters and like Jaws, Mario, obviously. It was a handful of games that I had like first, and this was one of them, and I never understood it, and I've never gotten anywhere in this game. So hopefully today's the day, and we're gonna actually try to get somewhere in Ikari Warriors 2. This has been I probably had this game in about 1987 or 1988 or something like that. So it's been a long time. I think it's about high time that I look at this game. This game's really weird. Like, look at that guy on the screen right now. This is a weird game. You think of the first Ikari Warriors game with the two dudes, like, walking, you know? And then you got this guy. So, I don't know. By the way, if you hit start right now, you can't even start the game. So I have to, like, reset it here. Alright, here we go. Now you hit start. If you wait for the story to come up, you can't start the game. It's great. And I think that guy says, "Come on, let's play." Let's hear it. Hold on. Okay, everybody be quiet and listen. Come on, let's play, I guess. If he's saying, "Come on, let's play," so the voice knows that it's a game? Or it might be, "Come on this way." But if it's "Come on this way," who's saying that? Is that the voice of us? The warrior? So our guy, who's basically like Sylvester Stallone, his voice is like, sounds like a Muppet. Also, so he's walking there, right? And his left foot is behind him. Do you see his foot? Why does his foot look like a honeycomb? And are we in space? This looks like space, right? Like a platform in space. He doesn't have a space helmet. So, also, and he doesn't have a bodysuit. You would freeze to death and you wouldn't be able to breathe. Just forget all that. You're not supposed to think about any of this. Let's go. Hang on. I got hit a bunch, so I'm going to start over. Let's hear that voice again. Badman Wayne, thanks for the sub. What do you guys think he's saying? They look like marshmallow boots. They do, like the Michelin Man. His foot is the Michelin Man. Could be anything. Come on, let's fight. I don't hear fight at all. I gotta hear it again now. Come on, let's fight. I guess. So I got a boomerang. I'm gonna change to the boomerang. Also, the screen to get back takes forever. Now, you think that those hearts would probably be health, right? Well, I've learned that the hearts are not health. Of course they're not. Like Castlevania, right? Top 10 games where hearts aren't health. The hearts in this game are currency. To buy things at the shop. And I think when you get weapons on the overworld here, it adds strength to the weapon items here. So like the top one, if I were to switch to this one, I think this is the regular gun. That's weapon power 2 now. But this is the sword, which is terrible, and I don't think anybody's ever hit anything with it, ever. I'm gonna use the boomerang. Because the boomerang shoots in all different directions, and I think it's probably... And it comes back to you. That's an item. I forget what that does, but I learned something about these things. Instead of going into them, if you go like this, and then you go back, they're gone. It's kind of like in Friday the 13th, when you switch counselors, and you go in and out of the house. You like trick the game. You're gonna be getting that deep Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road knowledge today, guys. You excited? Are you all wet? Is your pussy wet? Is it all wet? Because if I know what makes pussy wet, it's being an expert at Ikari Warriors 2. Pretty sure that's what does it. Ask your girlfriends if that's true. They're all gonna say yes. Alright, boss time. So this is how these exciting boss fights work. Kind of go like this, and then you run back. Oh, you got hit. Oh. Alright, let's start over. That's your preview into this, how this game's gonna be. Mike, if you ask me if I'm wet, it makes me want to die. No, that was for any of the ladies here. That's not for you. It's for all the girls watching. I wanted to know if my... or anybody's knowledge on Ikari Warriors 2, if it makes their pussy wet. Because I'm pretty sure it does. Where is the boomerang? Like how sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. Cyborg Cable, thank you very much for the sub. And he's talking about iCarly. Oh, iCarly Warriors instead of Ikari? Okay. Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't switch to it. That was the problem. Hold on. How soon I forget. I'm gonna go into it because I forget what happens. It's like skeet shooting. I'm also terrible at this. Great. Oh, and it took my boomerang off? Oh, so if you go into that, you like your boomerang gets turned off? Oh. I'm never going into one of those again. I think there should be a sound effect when you grab the heart. Okay, so I think that face is armor. And I guess when I got the grenade, maybe that makes the grenade stronger? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go into the shops this time. So you give him hearts, which is currency. He's the shopkeeper, but he's got a bar in the back. So he's gonna let you into the bar in the back where they sell the illegal weapons. Let's see what he's got for sale. So, the lightning bolts, I forget what they do. The eagle, I think that kills everything on the screen, and the mask is armor, but I think I already have that. So I'm gonna not get any of that. The thing I want to get is potion for health. Let's see if they have it here. And they're all the same. All the shops. This guy's in all these buildings. They should have made them different shopkeepers, but they didn't do that because the game's bad. Alright, so I'm gonna get that, which is the health. So, you'll see it down there in my items, in the bottom right, is where all my items are. So if I wanted to use one of those, let me show you how it works. You go to item, then you select which one you want. So let's say I wanted the lightning bolt. I'm gonna click A on it. Then I go to end. And then, when I'm on this screen, when I use the grenade, that activates the item. So when you're on the main game screen, this screen, you throw your grenade, and that's how you use your items. That's not confusing or anything, is it? It's a good game. So when I was a kid, I had this, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the game. Now that I've learned more about it, I understand why I didn't understand the game. I thought when I was a kid that I was stupid. Not to say that I was smart, I wasn't, but like I could figure out most Nintendo games as a kid. I couldn't figure this game out because this game is fucking stupid. And it has weird rules to it and how everything works. So this game is bad. Yeah, so this is how these boss fights are gonna be. Also, there's not too much of an indication if you hit the guy. I think it flashes red, kind of. There, like that. So I gotta do that. There you go. I hit him. I don't know if the boomerangs hurt him at all. Now, a big problem with this game is, you know, so I have boomerangs, right? And if I get more boomerangs, my boomerangs will get stronger. But if I die, I lose my weapon upgrades. So it's kind of like Gradius in that you never want to die. So if I die, you basically probably got to restart the whole game. Dead. Oh yeah, and then I took too long on that screen, so these things are coming. And if these things hit you, you die. I think it's instant death. Alright, so, see right now, I'm just gonna grab all this stuff. It's gonna up my weapons. My weapon strength. I think that's the regular gun. So let's check out how we're doing now. First weapon and the second weapon, full strength. I have 2 on the boomerang and I have no sword. And I have 2 strength on weapon A, my grenade. And the other thing's like a donut. I don't know about the donut yet. Isn't this fun? Oh, hold on. I didn't switch to the boomerang. They keep taking the weapon that I'm using off every time like the screen changes, so I always gotta like put it back on. It's great. It would be nice if they just kept the weapon I already had selected the whole game. That'd be nice. Because I don't remember any point where I ever turned the boomerang off. I never did that. It's because it didn't happen. Oh yeah, this thing, I think if I use that, it takes me directly to the shop. I looked at the instruction manual, believe it or not. It took me about 35 years to break down and look at the instruction manual. I'm like, well, if I can't figure this game out in 35 years, I guess I'll look at the instruction manual. Because I prefer to not look at the instruction manual and figure games out on my own, unless I absolutely have to look at the instruction manual. This is one of those occasions where I absolutely had to look. That's how against breaking out the instruction manual I am. That it took me 35, 36 years. Alright, I'm gonna use the item. I go to item. Go over to the potion. Select the potion. Go to end. Oh, the potion that I was gonna grab again just disappeared, so that's great. Use the grenade. And now my health just got full. I was hoping that when I came back, the potion that was there was still gonna be sitting there, but it disappears. Let's see what's in this shop, shall we? You see that? You have to pay 2 hearts as admission. Yes, I know. Let's see. That's another potion. I'm gonna get that potion so that I have some potion. So that when my health gets low, I'll use it. How you guys enjoying this so far? You're having Baja Blast? Great. Mike, did you get Itchy and Scratchy in Fortnite yet? Says Badman Wayne. So, this whole Simpsons thing came out in Fortnite. It was kind of cool, but it's been out a few weeks now, so I'm like, okay, I've seen it. I'm kind of over it now. But then, you know, because I'm like, I care about gameplay more than I care about whatever some skin is, you know? So I've kind of been feeling a little bit over it. So that said, I tried out a different gameplay mode, and I tried out the Blitz setting, or the Blitz mode, and in that, you fight other people, but it's a lot faster, and you can get candy to make yourself like run really fast, and you get totally different weapons that are like a lot more powerful. And I think it's probably more fun than the regular game. And so I've been trying that and liking that quite a bit more at the moment than the Simpsons thing. I mean, the Simpsons thing is cool, but I've seen it. All right, here we go. Boss 2. I don't even know if I've hit him yet. That was a hit. So this guy, I looked this up. This guy takes 294 hits like this. Now, not every one of these hits I'm doing is landing. Like, that one didn't land. That one, I think, did land. That landed. So I'm at about like 5 hits now. So 289 left. $288. $287. $286. $285. $284. Oh, actually it was probably about 20. Same thing. All right. I think now we're going to be going into level 3. Yeah, give me boomerangs. Yeah, this is where I gotta turn my weapon back on. They turn your weapon off there. Which is just great. Level 3. I can't even just stop, like right here, and just talk to you guys while the music's going. Because if I stop, those bullet things start coming from the top. Like, you can't, they don't let you linger. So the only way I can talk to the chat is just to pause it, but the pause has no music. So we can just talk in dead silence. So I'll do that. Hi. Time to talk to the chat. Your legs look like the Michelin tire guy. Yeah, like I said before. So you're just going to take the things that I said and then you're going to say it and take credit for it? Cloud Strife? That's how this works now? Look at that dotted pattern there in the background. It reminds me of like you draw like drawing, you're like drawing like rain or something like that. Do like a lot of little dots if any of you guys draw. In 5 minutes from now, you're gonna see a screen like this, and Cloud Strife's gonna be like, "Oh, that kind of reminds me of doing like dots when you're drawing." In your time at conventions, have you seen a console from Germany or France? If so, were they any good? I had one that was I had an Arcadia and I had an Amstrad or something. And where were those from? Let's say. Amstrad is British. I feel like I did have some weird like Pong German console or something at one point. I don't remember what it was called. I don't know. I don't think I remember that. No, the only I just ones from like the UK, really. I did have a console though called the Le Pew, and what you did with that console is you would hook it up, and it would chase after women, and they'd say no no, and he'd say no means yes. No, Erin has a console that's from Russia, and it's I think it has Darkwing Duck on it. I keep telling her to do a video on it. I don't think I have any French or German consoles. I do think I had a German one, though. I don't remember what it's called. Some weird thing. France? Definitely not, though. There. You know what I can think of for French games? Hold on, I got one for you. Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Hold on. This is the only French game that I know. I'm going to give it to you here. Hold on. I do know one. I got one for you. This is as best as I can do. I know that that's an NES game. I think that's France. Yeah, it's French. That's it. That's all I got for you. So maybe one day I'm gonna do a stream, and I'm gonna dress up as Pepe Le Pew, and I'm gonna stream that game. As a guy from New Jersey growing up in the 80s, my impression of France, it 100% entirely comes from Pepe Le Pew. And then my impression of everybody from the UK comes 100%. Hold on, you're gonna know. Hold on. Oh my god. Here you go. Where is it? Oh, I hate when things save as a weird file type. Can't Google just make everything a fucking JPEG? I fucking hate that. Pain in my ass. You get these like weird file types. Here you go. That's it. That's all I know. Now, if you think that's bad, and that's all I know, when I think of the UK, and Pepe Le Pew is bad, it's bad that's all I know when I think of France. If you think that's bad, so I'm partially Romanian. I only know one thing. I know one thing about Romania. I'm going to show you the only thing I know about Romania. And of course you can already guess what this is going to be, but I wanted to bring up the image. This is the only thing I know. That's it. I know nothing else. Okay? And that's where I'm from. So, I think it's just because my brain can only hold so much information. Like, I've probably heard a million other things about Romania, but that's the only thing that sticks in my mind. So per country, you get one thing, and then that's as much room as my brain has room for. Anyway, stop distracting me. I'm trying to play Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road. Damn it. Ooh. I love this guessing game of like where do you go? Hold on. Oh, and the thing disappears? This game is cheap as hell. So wait a second. So this block right there. This square. This is so stupid. Oh, and it's gonna disappear. I hate that the crap disappears. Hold on, let me use my grenade to heal. Man, that stinks. What's in the shop? Bath time! Supposedly he's saying welcome. Doesn't sound like welcome. Sounds like bath time. That was the only thing I remember from being a kid and playing this game, I remember getting to the shop and just being like, why is he saying bath time? Potions getting more expensive, guys. So you're in a bar with mercenaries. It's like Boba Fett sitting in there. And then the bartender on this alien planet is talking about bath time. Oh, the sword. You want to see this sword? I shouldn't even do it. This is the worst. You know how, like, where I say, oh, Jekyll and Hyde, the cane is the worst weapon? I don't know. I think it might be this thing. You like how you can't even see it, by the way, because the background's gray? I have to stand on the shadow so you can see it. Let's see if I can hit anybody with it. Oh, it's gonna be the boss now, so I can't even. Wait. Mike, any advice on how to finish a game when you have a 9 to 5? Sometimes working 48 hours per week instead of 40 work life. I can give you an opinion. My opinion is it's okay to not like immediately finish a game, and it's okay to lose. I think losing is part of the experience of playing these games. I mean, watch me play these games. How many times do I lose? All the time. I think when you use rewind feature, you rob yourself of the challenge of the game. Because anytime you make a mistake, you just erase your mistake. It's cheating. You just erase your mistake and then correct it. So if you get hit by a bullet, you just zoom back 2 seconds, and then you're like, well, I know that the bullet's going to go this way, so I'm going to go left, and then you don't get hit. It's completely cheating. So I don't think the answer is to use rewind feature to get your way through the games, because then why even play the game anyway? Because you just robbed yourself of the challenge of it. So you're talking about the amount of time you have. So people would say, well, I don't have the time to get through a game because I have to work all these hours, so I don't have the time to do it. For one thing, I bet you had the time to sit and jack off and do a bunch of bullshit, or sit and look at your phone and look at bullshit on your phone. So I don't like believe that, for one thing. And then let's say that you legitimately don't, though. You're working and you only have a little bit of time in the day to play a game. That's okay. Just play a little bit and get good, and just get good at it. And if you really only have a window of like 10 minutes or something, and the game is 3 hours long, I think that's where it's okay to use a save state to pause, just to pause where you are, and then come back to it the next day, and then just continue from where you were. Because if you legitimately do not have the time to do it, like if you only have a window of time of like, I only got 20 minutes today to play a game, I think that's okay. But like, don't use it to like cheat, though, you know? So that's what I would say. So if you're playing like some of these NES games, like, I don't know, let's say like Willow or something. I don't know, probably takes like hours and hours. Some of the longer like NES games, like Faxanadu, whatever, like those like longer games, you're not going to be able to beat it in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You're going to need some more time. So I think, let's say you're playing Willow, and the game takes several hours to beat. Play as much of it as you can. Get to like an empty room, or like a screen like this where there's nothing going on. That's where you can use the save state, and then the next day pick up from there, you know? because that's fine. You're just picking up from where you left off. I think that that's okay, especially if you like really truly don't have the time to do it. So that's my answer for you. What does that say? It says like, this is dumb. I agree with that. This is dumb. I just took his eye off? Man, I feel bad. Sorry, Mr. Insect. Boom. Do. How about using a save state to train a stage, area, or a boss? I usually tend to prefer... I'm like a purist person. I usually tend to prefer to play... I'll just play the game over and over, you know? And you see me do that like every day on stream. But... as long as like, okay, so like you get to a hard boss and you're like learning how to do it with the save state. If you're like learning how to do it, I think that's probably okay. As long as like you're then okay, like let's say you have a trouble spot in the game, use the save state to try to like learn how to do it, and then you can't like count that as your like winning run though. Like that's just like learning how to do it, and then you turn the system off, and then you turn it back on, and play it for real, and then try to do it. I guess the only thing about that though is we didn't see that's a technology that we didn't have the ability to do that. Like this game, you couldn't do that in whenever this game came out, 1989 or whenever this came out. So you would have to just play the game over and over, you know. So when I'm streaming and I die, like let's say it's total game over, I'll just start from the beginning, because I try to make, I mean, look at this, I'm filming this on a CRT. Like I try to make these streams be like it was then. Now what you do in your life, in your personal life, if you want to like do it that way, like whatever, but for me, see, and then people get confused of my opinion and how I feel about playing these games compared to what somebody else does. I don't give a fuck what anybody else really does. I will say that I think you're robbing yourself of the experience by like using save states and rewind feature and all that, because it's not really the way it was intended. But that's the way I look at it, because I like to play the games the way they were then. I want it to be on a CRT television because it was that way then. And I'm not only like that even with video games. I like that like with movies and stuff too. Like if I watch an episode of Star Trek or Twilight Zone or something, I prefer to watch it on a CRT because that's what we had back in the 80s and 90s, you know? Like when people were watching the Twilight Zone back in the 60s and 70s and whatever, nobody had, flat screen TVs didn't exist. I just like to sort of emulate that era because I'm fond of that era. So I try to make things as pure to that era as I can. But that's what I do. And I'm not saying that other people should do that. But I bring it up because I think some of the things are I think in a lot of ways better. Like playing games on a CRT next to having it on a flat screen, I think for me, I look at it on a flat screen and then I look at it on a CRT, and looking at it on a flat screen, it's night and day. It looks like two different things. Even if you use like these CRT filters and all that kind of stuff, and I've been through all that, and they're not there yet. Some of them get kind of close. Some of them aren't bad, but it's just not the same. And I've seen videos that people have made. There's whole like people that are more technical about this than I am have made videos about how they think they could get the technology to be exactly how it was on a real CRT on a flat screen. So maybe someday they will get it exactly right, but I have yet to see it. There's some relatively close approximations, yes, but exact, no. So I just use the damn CRT because it's it's real because it's the real thing. So, yeah. What about here we go. What about this? What about that? What about American versions of games being artificially harder? Is it cheating to make them closer to their import counterparts? Well, some of the American games are harder, and then some of them aren't. Like, it's an example. Like Castlevania 3 is easier, the Japanese version, because you can get Grant and he'll continually throw the knives. So you like always have this projectile thing, so it makes the game easier. And I think there's like more continues and stuff too. But then at the same time, you look at Jekyll and Hyde on Famicom, the Japanese version, and that's harder than the American one. So when you're talking about that stuff, it depends on what game you're talking about. So it's not a case of American games are always harder or Japanese games are always harder. That's a case by case thing. So it depends on the game. I don't know if I answered that question correctly. Those look like, I'm sorry, but like, if this was a nerd video, those would be pieces of shit. Do you see how those videos are written? I'd be playing the game if this was a nerd video, and then I'm like sitting and recording the games with James. What would happen would be, going back to the old days when we used to do it that way. So I'd be on the couch next to him, and then I'll have the laptop, or he'll have the laptop, and he has the laptop, and I'll be playing, and I'll be like going through the game, and I'm like, oh, when you get the boomerang, and then you go to the next screen, I had the boomerang selected, but then you go to the next screen, and they turn the boomerang off on you. So he writes that down. They turn the boomerang off. And then I'm playing for a while. And then I give the controller to him. And now he's on this level. And he's like, look, Mike, shit. There's shit all over. And then I'll write down, James says there's shit all over the screen. And then you put that together. And then that's how that gets written, basically. And then you do time codes. So like the stream right now is 56 minutes. So it'd be 56 minutes. Shit, diarrhea shit turds all over the screen, and then later you go to the time code, and that's where you know in the footage where it is when we go to do when we go to edit it. Oh, no wonder I'm having so much trouble. I don't have my fucking boomerang on, like I was just saying. Hold on, turn the boomerang on, and then the other thing, item. I'm gonna use the potion. There. Yeah, I did a bunch of, like, sort of, I did a bunch of commentaries on nerd episodes on my members area on YouTube. So I've talked about a lot of that kind of stuff in depth in those videos on, like, how we do those videos. Or how we did them in the first season, second season at least. Back when we were on game trailers. I have never seen this part of the game. Like, what? I want to know what he's saying. This is gonna be bad. Oh my god. Hold on, I might be better off. I'm gonna try this. Dude. Okay, I use the health. The other thing's armor. I'm gonna use this face thing's armor. I'm gonna use that. Oh wow, look at that. There's like a mech suit. Oh, I got him! Dude, I didn't look at this. Holy crap. That is armor for sure. I didn't know. I've never seen that. I thought he was just gonna be like glowing for a second or something. Now you got a friggin' mech suit. Oh, and it goes away. That was insane. I had no idea that's what that did. Come on, let's fight. Oh. Oh my god. Because they turned my boomerang off. It's so annoying. And I have no potion. This is... I might have to end up restarting if I die. Oh, man. And I have no idea how long this game is either. Ugh. Damn it. No! Oh no! Now I'm back to square one. I have nothing. And I have no hearts. I have nothing. Well, I'll try to keep going. We'll see what happens. But that might be like game over, basically. And I have no boomerang either. Now there's guys coming from below. Because they know I don't have the boomerang now. See the NES Ascension. They're like, oh, he has no boomerang now, haha. Yeah, I can't. It's ridiculous. Look at this thing. Never seen this? Oh. This sucks. It doesn't take that many hits. See if I would have my good grenade. Everything was going great. I'll be honest, Zang Zip is my brother. No, he's Zangief's brother. He was to be my successor. By the way, you like how the text is going really fast now? Why couldn't the whole game be like that? However, my brother will die, and I'll be the king. It is important to be silent. Just give up, guys. Other than the sword, you have nothing. The sword is my gift to you as a last chance fight to your death, and you will be our legendary heroes. What? Oh. What, I have to use the sword on this guy? Yeah, right. This is the stupidest fucking game. I don't understand. Was that the last guy, by the way? Decibel Design, thanks for the sub. Ikari Warriors 2, one of my childhood favorites. Well, then you explain to me what just happened, Decibel Design. That was the last boss? You beat it? Did I? We're going to play this again. I'm going to take a break and we're going to play this again. I'll be back. Here comes another amphibian. Am I going to fight it right in here? Oh god, it's right in here. Oh my god, ow! Ah! Okay. That guy's gonna be horrible to fight. Okay, I got the motion. Almost. Okay, you do like that. Alright. Let me do it again. I think now I know what to do. There's nothing you can do about it, Mike. Dude, fuck this guy. Like, I can't... God damn it. Fuck! Ah! I can do this. God damn it, these fucking bosses. Fuck. Piece of shit. No! No! Ah! He gets one good shot on me. Oh my god. That was like the best I'd done. I wonder how many hits he takes. Damn it! Come on with that! Stop fucking my ass! Oh, I got 2 hits! Yeah, I got 2 hits again. I didn't know I could get 2. Oh. Oh. No! Give me Mega Man. Can I just play this cave as Mega Man? With, like, Metal Blade? I swear I would do better. It would just be one fucking blade from Metal Blade, and the fucking thing would be dead, and then we'd be through with this. Why can't I be Mega Man? Nice, nice work. Oh, come... This game kind of weird with knockback physics, so you get multi-hit stun locks. Yeah, exactly. You get hit, and then you get hit like 10 times. You don't get hit once, you get hit 50 times. Like that. Such bullshit. Like that. You can't move. You can't. Once he hits you, you can't. You just can't get hit. And if he gets 1 hit on you, you get stunned. It's like a stun lock almost. And then he gets 1,000,000 hits on you, and then he comes down and hits you for a bunch of points, and it's like, it's really rough. Alright, I'm gonna try this tail. Let's see if this helps at all. I think I'm faster with that. Yeah! That's what I needed. I needed that damn tail. That helps so much. We are the bee people! You can't get through here if your body is still the same. You can't get through here if your body's still the same. Fuck you! I can't get through here if my body's still the same. But I'll just fucking jump over all you, and then I'll fucking get through. There you go, I got through. And my body was the same as it's been for a while, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are a failure. You should have listened to our orders. Hail Queen Bee. Oh, shit. It was you, Amphibian, who defeated my husband, the King Bee. You have destroyed the laws of our insect society. Uh-oh. Let's be friends! That's my idea. We can be friends! We can be friends! Look at that fucking thing! shit, bitch! Balance of nature, which the giant insects destroyed will... I thought it was going to be a big deal. That was a fucking pushover. Give this creature a new body!
Oh, well, hello. My name's George. And I'm going to the future.
Oh, look at that picture. The next time period is a place where all creatures compete for power. These creatures are called dinosaurs.
Gotcha, Mom!
Because of their strength.
Again!
Chapter 3, Age of the Dinosaurs.
Gotcha, Mom!
I'm gonna be playing Ikari Warriors 2 again.
Again!
I made it to the last boss, I think, but I died. That's no good, so we're gonna try again. If I can make it there with my power-ups, and if I can make it there with potion, or either, or both, then maybe... God damn it. When it goes to the screen, you can't start the game. You have to wait for all the text. Or if you're quick enough, you can start the game. Look, I was able to start it. JSB X fan, thanks for the sub. Oh yeah, Johnny Carson. So can I, like, strafe? Oh, I can... I haven't been strafing. That's part of the problem, too. You hold the button down, you strafe. Alright. We're gonna make this a strafing run. What if I just hold down both buttons the entire time? Now we're playing Ikari Warriors 2. You know what the other thing is? I need that mask for the last guy. If I have the armor, and I have potion, and I have fully powered weapons, that's what we need. I don't like in how that one part near the end, some of the enemies started coming from the bottom of the screen. There's like one part in the whole game where that happens. Gotta be doing this. I'm not going in there. Tommy71 says, "Welcome back, Mike." How you doing, Tommy? Have anything to say for yourself today, Tommy? Are you a big fan of Ikari Warriors 2, Tommy? Is that why you're here today? Fine, Mike. How about you, Mike? Says Tommy71. Well, Tommy, I'm great. You know why? I'm playing Ikari Warriors 2. Always gives a feller a good feeling inside to play Victory Road.
Back time!
Did you have your bath time today, Tommy? Wow, there's another one of those? Hold on. Well, goddamn. I wish I knew that was there. You don't get two, do you? I doubt it. I wonder if that's always there. Also, I didn't realize you could blow those up. I'm learning so much about Ikari Warriors 2. I'm gonna be a pro. I'm just gonna play this game for like a week. We're not gonna stream anything else. Let's just play Ikari Warriors 2 for a week. Over and over and over. You know what's great? Years ago, I streamed Ikari Warriors 1, and we beat it, if you remember that stream. And now I'm playing Ikari Warriors 2. And we're gonna play Ikari Warriors 2. But if I beat Ikari Warriors 2, you know what we can do in the future, guys? Ikari Warriors 3. That's right. We'll do Ikari Warriors 3 on NES. There was 3. Because, you know, the first one was so good. Why not? People talk about trilogies on the NES. Ninja Gaiden trilogy. Mario trilogy. TMNT trilogy. Nobody ever talks about Ikari Warriors trilogy. Castlevania trilogy. Gets so much attention. Well, that's why you come here to Man Baby Gaming. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. They turn off my fucking boomerang. Hate that. Dragon Trash, thank you for the sub. Enjoy the $6, you filthy animal. Is it $6? Is that how much it costs? But you know, Dragon Trash. Now you won't have to look at the ads. Which I got so aggravated. I went into somebody else's stream. They were playing something. I don't know, some NES game that I knew. Maybe it was Ikari Warriors. And I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I said something about the game. And then the guy read my username. He's like, oh, Mike Matei Live. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So that thing you're talking about in the game. And then it cut to commercial. And then I didn't get to hear what he said. And then not only did it cut to commercial, there was 9 commercials. So that's the reason to subscribe as far as I'm concerned. Forget everything else. I was so aggravated. Also, by the way, I am the worst at being in a chat. I yell at you guys for like doing things that are annoying in the chat. I'm the worst being the person in the chat. For one thing, I'm like cursing left and right. And on my channel, I don't care. You can curse, say whatever you want. But on other people's channels, they don't necessarily like that much. And I'm saying the worst things. And then I'm constantly typing too. It's a little annoying when you're like, I don't mind, you like type things. Like once in a while, drop a comment. That's fine if you have something to say. But the people that are like every like 2 seconds, it's like the same person. That's really annoying. So if you have, I don't know how many people are watching this. Like 470. You have 470 people. And you imagine, okay, let's say 100 of those people are talking, you would think. And then you look over and it's all Tommy71. Just every other comment, Tommy71. And you see one other guy in there. So then I read the one other guy's comment. And then that guy's like, come. And I'm like, oh. But I'm like that. But that's me. So I'm in another person's chat. And I just like I can't stop myself. I just keep typing. Because I'm like trying to guide somebody through the game. Because it's like, I don't know, it's Castlevania or it's like TMNT on NES or some game that I know, which would probably be the only reason I would click on the stream in the first place. Because it'd be a game I know. So I see somebody playing TMNT and I'm like, no, go back in the building, you gotta get the scroll. You passed the building, go back. No, you're going the wrong way in the turtle van. Turn around. Not that building. You went in the wrong door. I'm like doing that. You're not listening to me. You missed my last comment. And then I'm like sweating and the person's like half listening to me. That's what drives me even more crazy because they'll read some of my comments, but they don't read all of them. So when you don't read all of them and you're trying to guide somebody through the game, they miss an important key element to like, I'm like, you got to go in the middle door. And then the next comment, I'm like, and then grab the scroll. And the guy's like, okay, grab the scroll. But he goes in the right door. But I'm like, you missed the previous comment. I told you to go in the middle door. You didn't read that comment. It's like, I can't be in a chat room. And then I'm like, you fucking cunt. You piece of shit. I just fucking told you to go in the middle fucking door and you didn't listen. If you would fucking listen to what I was fucking saying, you would have beaten this fucking game already. I've beaten this 100 fucking times. I'm like that. That's me, and I can't. I'm the worst. And it's all caps. So I was not meant to be a viewer. I don't know if I was meant to be the streamer either. But I can tolerate this better than that. I can't tolerate being in the chat. I don't know if I have this or not, but I'm gonna buy it. So for you guys that sometimes try to talk to me or guide me through a game or give me advice and then I miss your comments, I totally understand. But the problem is, when you're the streamer, you're playing the game, and you're trying to get through the game. So I'm looking at the screen where the game is, so I can't read the comments, and you miss comments. So it's like... And then some games you can't even pause. Like an Atari game, you can't even pause it. So I'm trying to get through Pitfall, and I'm like, where do I go? And somebody in the chat's like telling me where to go, but I don't see it because I can't pause it. This game I can pause though. But then there's no music and it's just awkward silence. I can't win no matter what. Get Hyper Diatrion says, mommy milkers. Mommy? No! You fucked me up. Get Hyper Die Trying. See what you did with your mommy milkers? This is Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road for the NES. That's the game of the day. We'll be streaming here on Man Baby Gaming's Mike Matei Live. This is the beginning of the game. Got myself the boomerang and I'm strafing away. So the hearts are currency. I think that's been firmly established by now. Real firm. Get hyper die trying. Like firm mommy milkers. I can talk about what you want to talk about. I was talking about the gameplay mechanics. He doesn't care about the gameplay mechanics. He cares about mommy milkers. Well, if you care about mommy milkers and you don't care about NES games, you might be in the wrong place. There's other types of streams you can watch. I unfortunately have no mommy milkers to give you. The best I can do is I can give you my white cream down your throat. If you're interested. Order now on retroware.com/products. Mike Matei's white cream now available. Actually, it's not that store. It's the next store has the... Wait, do I already have the potion? I don't. Hang on, I gotta get the potion. Thank you very much, Alraz, for linking my white cream. Danny Little Robot gifted, what is that, 10,000 bits or something? Now, is that $1 or is that $10? I think that was $10, right? You could have used that $10 towards my white cream. Or did you already get it? Danny Little Robot, did you already get my white cream? Maybe he has it already. Is it safe to put in the ass? Well, it's ranch sauce, basically, with some special flavoring. So, if you would put ranch sauce in your ass, do you consider ranch to be something that you could put in your ass? If the answer is yes, then there you go. Safe enough, they say. See? So, Mike Matei's white cream, it's appropriate and safe to put right up your ass. You can indeed do that. It was meant for eating. Dip your French fries in it or something like that. I don't know. But you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to put it in your ass, put it up your ass. Should have said it this way. Hold on. Oh. Mike Matei's white cream. Put it up your ass. I think he did that in a recent episode. I had a conversation with him, and I was like, sometimes I say things to him, and I feel like it goes in one ear and out the other. But he was listening to me this time, and I was like, you sometimes on the show you'll go ass, but I like when I think it's the Top Gun episode. I was like, in the Top Gun episode, he does it. He goes like this with his head. He turns it from one side all the way to the other side. And he goes like this. He goes ass, and like anytime you say ass, say it like that. Do the full head tilt. That's the way it should be. And there was a recent one. He kind of did it. So I got him to do it again. But I want him to always say it that way. I feel like that's the appropriate way the character should do that. All right, let's get the boomerang back on. I hate that. That screws me up so much because I forget sometimes and then I lose energy. And, ugh. The head tilt definitely sells it. See? That's what I think too. Hey Mike, Retroware is Ryan's company, right? You should definitely play that on stream to promote that shit. Good game. Are you talking about the new one they just put out? The hell's the name of it? I have it on here. I think I played the demo of it a while ago on stream. Neon Inferno, it's called. It's really good. Yeah, I'll play it. Is that what you're talking about? Or you're talking about something else? Because the only part I saw was you should play that on stream. They have a bunch of games. They also have Prison City, which I did on stream. Prison City is really good. If you want to get one of their games. AVG and 8-bit. You ought to get that game. Like, that'll be exciting. It's going to take them... They're going to have to print them up. They're printing them up. But once it gets printed up and mailed out and everything... That will be pretty cool. I'm going to take the game and I'm going to put it with the rest of my NES games. And then we got a lot of comments and a lot of people were like, is it just a box? No, so I mean they need to be printed up and everything, but so I have the ROM. I've played the game and I've played it on the NES. Yes, it works on a real NES. When you get it, it will work on a real Nintendo. I've already done it. I don't have the actual thing with the label yet because they're being printed. But it works. I think a lot of people thought that it was going to be like a... I don't know what they thought. That you would just get a box and then the game wouldn't work? Is that what they thought? Like... It's a whole game. And yeah, it'll work on the NES. They don't think. Yeah. Oh, the 8-bit game with Mike's Cream? No, it's, if you order the Avajan 8-bit game, Mike's White Cream sold separately. Maybe we can make a package. How about this? What if we do a limited edition set of packages where you can get Avajan 8-bit and the White Cream together as a package? And then I'll sign both of them. I'd have to do that later. Oh, the only way I could do that, I'd have to wait until the NES games get printed, and then I'd have to get the NES games, and then I'd have to sign them. So that would have to be after they get printed up. But maybe at a later date. In 6 months or something, maybe we'll do that. Just for you. Giacomo84, thanks for the sub. Looking forward to the NES version also. Also, like, there's another thing about AVGN 8-bit that's really exciting that hasn't happened yet. And I can't say what it is yet, but there's something really good coming with that still that hasn't happened, so stay tuned for that. It's actually, I think, the best thing for the entire game is still nobody knows what it is yet. So we'll talk about that soon. I have the damn potion, right? Secrets, yep. There's a Super Nintendo version. No, it's not that. I'll be able to tell you that in probably about a month. Someday I would like to do it like a 16-bit nerd game eventually, like one that works on a Super Nintendo. That'd be cool. We probably could make that happen. I don't know though. Like if we do a sequel, I kind of like. See, I want. Like, there's like several things. It's like probably we would do another like PC, like they'll all be on Steam, I think. You know, but I would like to be able to do several NES versions, because like I want just like, because I always think of it like Mega Man. You know how if you have the box Mega Man's, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would love to have like maybe 3, even if there's 3, like 3, like AVGN 1, 2, and 3, like on NES in boxes. I'd like to be able to do that eventually. So now we're gonna have 1, but then we got to make the other games, and I don't know what they would be. And I think if we did AVGN 8-bit 2, it will probably be something like very different, because the first game is very Mega Man-y, like it kind of plays like a Mega Man game. But I think if we made the second game, it's gonna be something totally different. So, we'll see. If we even do it. But then like if we did do a couple of the NES ones, at least the second one, I like to do like 2 at least. Then maybe after that we could do like a Super Nintendo one and change it up and do a Super Nintendo one. It'd be cool to do like Genesis or something. I don't know. I would love to do all that kind of stuff. The same company that's doing the NES port of it, they have actually made Genesis games before. I actually have one of them somewhere in here. It's over there. Here, wait. I'll show it to you. So that's them, right? Yeah. So they did this too. The same people that are printing up the nerd game. So they've already done Genesis Mega Drive stuff. So we could make it. I don't know if they've done a Super Nintendo one, but they have done Genesis. So it is possible we could do a nerd Genesis thing. So I didn't even think of that until now. Like that'd be cool. So it definitely is in the realm of possibility. This is a great boss fight, isn't it? There should be a noise when the grenade hits the guy. Bam! Boom! Kapow! Like, give me, like, something. And he should, like, scream. Ah! Ah! Oh, he screams there when he dies. At least. Ugh. So is it like if you pick the wrong door, you don't get items? Takes 10 minutes to like go to the screen and then come back. Look how long this screen is. God. That's the worst. Star Trek: The Next Generation, thank you very much for the sub. Arg. Guerrilla War was better than these games. It doesn't take much to be better than these games. Just about anything is better than these games. You know one thing that's definitely better than these games? My White Cream. That's not saying much, though, is it? Hey, my cream's better than Ikari Warriors. Oh, wow. How impressive. Time to use health. Isn't this fun? So does that mean my grenade is stronger? That better be what it means. Damn it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yay, the shop. Alright, let's check what I have already. Like everything except for whatever's in the bottom right. Oh, I'll use those lightnings and all that. Like, I know where to use those. Near the end, there's like an end area where there's like a lot of terrible monsters. I don't know how to describe it, but like before the Before the end boss, I'll use all that stuff, like the lightning bolts and the eagle thing. Oh, I guess you can't buy multiple, right? I have so much money, why don't I just try to do that?
Bath time! Get in the bath!
I'll try to buy another eagle thing. And we'll see if it ends up being that I have 2 of them. Probably not. I mean, if that's the case, if they do let you do that, then I would buy multiple health. I doubt it works like that, though. If you could do that, then I would definitely be able to beat it if I could do that. This game has an end. Yeah, I mean, I made it to the last boss earlier, but I died.
This is dumb!
Imagine being that good with a boomerang. You know how hard it is to throw a boomerang and have it come back to you? Also, so we're seeing him from overhead, right? That means he's throwing the boomerang and he's holding it horizontally, or else we wouldn't be able to see it like that. A boomerang, if you know anything about boomerangs, they're actually supposed to be tossed vertically to have them come back to you. So he's actually tossing the boomerang incorrectly, and it's still coming back to him. This game is bullshit. Mike, how would you fix modern Star Trek? Cancel all of it and stop making it. Game is bullshit. It is, isn't it? What do you think of this color palette? And if a boomerang hits something, it won't come back to you. Yeah, that too. That's the other thing. That's the whole idea. You throw the boomerang and then it hits like a rat in the head or something. You knock it out, right? But the boomerang's not gonna pop off its head and then fly back to you. Alright, use my health. Can I blow these up? Oh, you can. What about the turds? No. What? Why? Arbitrary rules that... Let's see what my boomerang power's at. Full boomerang. Full grenade too, that's pretty good. Now I just need health. Health potion. Oh my god. Oh, is this that worm thing I'm gonna have to fight? That guy sucked. What should I use? Like... Should I keep it the regular gun, maybe? I don't even know. Because I don't know if the boomerang was even doing anything. I mean, I did beat it with this thing, right? I'll keep that on, I guess. It's like a flamethrower. Okay, good. Come on! No! Oh, I just hit pause! God, oh no, my God, oh my God. My finger was pushing down select and it didn't, its game's so slow, it didn't go to the menu for me to choose my potion. You guys are great. Victory is ours. Victory is not ours because I died. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'll try it again. Help! I fall. I can't get up. Help! I fall and I can't get up. That's why I like some of the people that come onto my streams and my chat. Because they'll say something like that, and I actually know what you're fucking talking about. I go into some of these other... Oh, fuck. I go into some of the... I see some of these other things online. I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. But when somebody says, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Is that a meme from our generation? See, back then they didn't call anything a meme. It was like a fucking television commercial. Oh, this old lady, and she had what was it, life alert or whatever, and she's like on the ground in the shower, or she fell down the stairs.
The following is based on reality. You may be offended.
I've fallen. Please help me. Help. Someone, please help me.
And help! I've fallen and I can't get up. She's got the button. That's what we had. That was our generation. Oh my god. You know what I was talking about? I met, whatever. Like Jonathan Frakes and all these people. I would love to go to a convention and meet the she's probably dead, I'm sure, but I would have loved to met the I've fallen and I can't get up lady. And you could take a picture with, she'd be laying on the ground with the life alert, and then you can get down on the ground and like take a picture. Or they hand out other like life alerts, and like I could put a life alert on and then take a fucking picture, and it's like. Or the where's the beef lady. Or the guy from the Polaner All Fruit commercial.
Please pass the all fruit.
Pass the Polaner all fruit.
Pass the Polaner all fruit.
Would you please pass the jelly?
I want to meet that guy. Those are the real celebrities. Do you know how the Where's the Beef lady died? No, I don't, do you? She was run over by a Big Mac. I don't like you. God damn it. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, though. That's a lot more effort than a lot of people make in my chat. And at least what you said made sense. You know what? I give you... It just wasn't very good was the problem. I'll give you like a B-. It's better than most. I like you, actually. I like you. I don't like you as much as some people, but I like you better than a lot of people. Because some people just come in here and they just type shit that like you can't even fucking... Like some of these comments that I read are just like, I don't even know what the people are fucking saying to me. So I do like you, actually. A little bit. And it was a sentence that... Here, I'll tell you what, though. It was a sentence, and it made sense. And it was an attempt at humor. It wasn't good, but it was an attempt. But man, getting a sentence that, like, makes sense, and it's like a full sentence, is a lot here. So... Fucking shit. Fucking... This part is, like, fucked. My primary audience is drunks. Damn it. Oh, they're shooting fucking little fireballs, too. I didn't know that. Oh, when I kill them, little fireballs come out. That was another thing that was fucking me up. Alright. I didn't know any of that. The Medusa boss is kind of creative, actually. It wasn't bad. This is alright. I'm like, okay with this. It's honestly better than I thought I was gonna be. I'm impressed so far. It is the monkey, yes, it is the monkey. It's a hunchback. It's a hunchback. Those are the lyrics. I made them up when I was, I wanted to say 8, but the truth is, probably about 35. You know, how old I look. According to, this guy in my chat. His name is Small Penis, Bitch Face. Small penis underscore bitch face in my chat said I look 35. So thanks to him. Dude, these spikes are fucked. So even if you're like big Mario, you're just dead. I feel like you should get hit and go back to small Mario. So it's like a... Wasn't that Ninja Gaiden? God damn. And then just back all the way. Alright. I'll come back to this. So that's that. That's a cool fucking hack. It's hard, but I like it. They put a lot of fucking effort into that, and I think that's a pretty well done hack. I definitely will come back to that at some point. What else do we got on here? Super Buster Bros is cool. You guys know Super Buster Bros? I want to play Super Buster Bros. Why isn't Mike playing Silk Song? What the fuck is Silk Song? Because I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't recall seeing that on Super Nintendo. Is it a Super Nintendo game? What the fuck is it? So yeah, why am I not playing that whatever game you mentioned? Because Silkworm or whatever the fuck, Silk Song. Because I'm playing fucking Pang is why. Because I'm playing Super Buster Bros. 3 words, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. What do those 3 words mean? You mean how the fucking mechanism for the game sucks? Is that the 3 words? You mean how I streamed it already and I didn't like it? Because it's fucking not like the old Ninja Gaiden games at all? Is that what the 3 words are about? I got 3 words for you. Super Buster Bros. Alright guys, I'm back. We've been playing Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road today. That's the game of the day. Everybody I grew up with owned this game, and nobody ever talked about it or liked it. It's a game everybody owned. I'm trying to think of like what ones like everybody had. Everybody had... You know, everybody had Mario, but like, I mean, like other than that, everybody had, I feel like everybody had Jaws back then. Mega Man. Yeah, everybody had Mega Man. Or one of them, you know, everybody probably had Mega Man 2. Contra. Everybody had Contra. Goonies too. I feel like a lot of people did have Goonies too. It's like, and I feel like a lot of people had Ghostbusters. Like everybody had Ghostbusters, right? Unfortunately, we all had Ghostbusters. The common trait we all share. What do we all have in common? We all had Ghostbusters. Castlevania, yeah, that's true. 3D World Runner? I didn't have 3D World Runner. And actually, I don't know if I knew anybody that did. Believe it or not. I didn't play that game until way later. Games everybody had. Now I'm like really interested in it. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Castlevania, I feel like Chippendale, like having one of those Disney games was pretty common. Maybe. Like the first Double Dragon, I feel like everybody kind of had Double Dragon. Ghostbusters, Goonies 2. Jaws. What else? How about like some of the black box games? Kung Fu. I feel like Kung Fu probably a lot of people had. Skate or Die. Yeah, I had Skate or Die. I hated it, but I had it. I guess Turtles 1. Top Gun. Batman, Mario 2 and 3. You know what? When I was a kid, I didn't have Batman. Actually, I had a lot of NES games, but I didn't have Batman. I didn't get that until sometime later. I think, I might have got that at like Funko Land or something like later on. See, for me, like Funko Land is like a later thing. I know a lot of people are like nostalgic for Funko Land, but Funko Land, that was like when I was, I don't know, like 16 or like 17 or something, or maybe earlier than that. Maybe like 13. But when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, I don't think we had Funko Land. Like it might have existed, but like it wasn't near me. Like back then, like in the 80s, it was you go to like fucking Sears or KB. Oh, Tetris. Yeah, there you go. That's definitely one. Everybody had that. I mean, that's like the most sold game of all time, basically, right? Or one of them. Oh, I'm sorry. Roblox. Most sold game. How depressing is that? You know what's interesting though? I find out like later that I like some of these games. It's like I was like that, like I was like, what is this like Minecraft crap? And then I played it and I beat Minecraft actually. It's on stream. And I like it. I like Minecraft. And then another one, and then Fortnite. So another one of those. I'm like, what is this Fortnite crap all these kids are playing? I play Fortnite all the time now. So I probably shouldn't say shit about Roblox. I've never played Roblox. I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'd like it. Who knows? We really are just like such like man babies, nostalgic old men who only like what's from their era, right? Because I'll stream Fortnite sometimes, and then a lot of people are fine with it, but I will get like some people that are like, "Why are you playing this?" Like I get a lot of that if I play Fortnite, and it's like, I don't know, it's pretty fun. You know? The thing I mostly like about it is that it's like it's short rounds. Like you play the game for, like, let's say you're doing the regular game, you play that for like 15 minutes and you try to make it as far as you can. And even if you make it to like second place or third place or something, it's like that's pretty good. You feel like you did something. Or you can win a round in like, 10, 15 minutes. And that reminds me of like an old NES game. You play like DuckTales on NES. The whole game is like 10, 15 minutes. And I like that. And it's like you get to the end of the DuckTales and you're like, hey, I beat DuckTales. And then you put in the next game. And like with Fortnite, it's like, okay, let me do another round. You feel like you did something. And I like that about games in general. Just being able to play something for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and having felt like you did something. What I really don't like is a lot of these games that just go on and on and on forever. Even if it's really good. Like, I just feel like some of these games just, like, go on forever, and they just, like, when is it over? Or I need something that, like, makes me feel like I have an accomplishment after, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then maybe that comes from growing up with retro games. I don't know. But, that's one of the things I love about retro games. You pretty much almost always get that out of retro games, unless you happen to play a longer retro game, like Willow or Crystalis or something like that. And guess what? I don't really like those games. Because I feel like they fucking go on too long. Like, I did a stream of Willow, and I think a couple streams of it or something, and I beat it, and all I can think is halfway through the game, I'm like, okay, this game's okay, but I wish it was over so I could play the next game now. I just get tired. Even when the game is something I really like, it just fucking goes on too long, and I just want it to be, like, done. So that's just how I am with games. Like, I don't know, I don't want these games to go on forever. Because I want to go on to the next thing. So the only thing I know about that Roblox game, I know all the kids play it. I heard it is like mini games. That probably, if they're good mini games, that probably means I would like it. Because that means they're probably short games. Like, honestly. And as long as it's like something you can win. I don't like these games where it's just like collecting cosmetic stuff for no reason, like Animal Crossing, where it's just like item management, basically. I need to like win something. So like Valheim has some of that, which is like there's a lot of item management, and I don't mind doing some item management if the game itself is good. Like the combat in Valheim is like pretty decent. But some of these other games where there's like item management, but then the game itself isn't like very good. Like the game has to be good. And also I don't want it to go on forever. Like Valheim goes on too fucking long. Combat on 2600. Are we still naming games that everybody had? Well, yeah, Combat came with the system, so yeah. Valheim's a great game. Valheim is really good, but again, it goes on too long. That's my only problem. Well, my other problem with it is like the way some of the items are managed. Like if you grab a bunch of like copper and then you have a bunch of wood or whatever you're collecting, and then you go back to the fort, and then you have to make a box, and then you have to put all the wood into the box, and then you have more wood, so you got to have another box, and you fill the other box with all the wood, and you open the box, you put the wood in, and then you have another box, and all the stuff in the box is for copper, and then you put all your copper in that box, and then all your arrows into another box, and it's just like, I wish when you walked into the room, all of the shit just automatically went into the boxes, instead of like you having to manually like place everything. And then they fixed it. Somebody, like the week Valheim came out, they made a mod of the game. I forget what it's called, but there was a mod where somebody did exactly that, and they fixed it, and they made it so like the item management is like way better. But the actual game, like the official game, is not like that, but the mod is like that, and it's just like the mod is so much fucking better than the real game. Oh, it's like item management shit. Just like a fucking waste of time. Oh, Duck Hunt. Yeah, we all had Duck Hunt. Yeah, there you go. Hogan, I feel like, I don't know, did everybody have Hogan's Alley? I feel like that was pretty common. No. Well, no big loss. I don't know. I never really liked Duck Hunt that much. And I've played it like the serious way. So I've gone to the conventions where they have Duck Hunt tournaments. I'm real cool like that. I go to Duck Hunt tournaments, but I have been. And you're supposed to stand a certain distance from the television. You stand on the line and you play it. Because, like, anybody can be cheap and you put the fucking gun, like, right up to the TV and then you can just hit everything. You're supposed to, like, sit a certain distance back to be able to... Because if you're not a certain distance back, then you're not, like, really aiming. If you have the gun up to the fucking TV or really close to the TV, then you just shoot everything and you're not actually aiming. Because you're supposed to be aiming through the sights. So you have to be far enough back that you're, like, aiming through the sights. So that's how you actually play. But even then, when I play it the real way, I don't know. I'm still bored with it after like a couple minutes. I don't know. I still don't really like Duck Hunt very much. I never did. And a lot of people are just like, oh, I hate that dog. Fuck that dog or whatever. I don't care about the dog. Like, I just don't really like the game. I think they needed to have more, like, it's just ducks. It's just two ducks over and over. It needed to have like more to it. Like, for one thing, have other stuff flying around, make the backgrounds different. It's just always the same fucking screen with the same dog and the same two ducks. And it's just like, it's the same fucking thing. It gets boring in like 2 minutes to me. Warthog says, in my opinion, we are reaching peak in terms of video game experience where everything is becoming a live service game. Games as a service, like Fortnite and Marvel Rivals. You think that this is the peak? I mean, that's something I don't particularly like about it. I don't like anything being a service, especially like television. Infinite games where you have no final destination, you just turn off your brain and play forever. That's the future. No one plays single player games anymore. I do. I agree with that, and I disagree with it. I don't like video games being a service, but like Fortnite, Fortnite's free. You download it and it's free. That's different than if you get like HBO Max. That's a service because you got to pay a monthly fee. If you get Fortnite, it's free. And you can literally just play it for free forever if you want. You can use the starting skin and never buy a skin. So that's a free game. So I don't think that that's a service. But I mean, it's definitely really tempting when like, you know, Batman, Michael Keaton Batman comes up and you're like, shit, I really want that skin. I want to be Michael Keaton Batman. Or you see like the DeLorean from Back to the Future and you're like, oh, that'd be cool to drive around. It's hard not to buy stuff when you're playing it because there's a lot of cool skins and things. And now they have the Simpsons and all that. But you don't have to, though. You can totally play that game for free. So it's not really a service. But you know what is a service is like a Nintendo does a lot of that shit where they have you paying the monthly fucking fee. Like that's a service. And I don't like doing that. I don't like paying these companies monthly fees because that now becomes one of your bills. It's like, oh, you know, I got my electric bill, I got my gas bill, yeah, I got my, you know, and then I got my water bill, and I got my Nintendo bill every month. You know, it's ridiculous. What are you saying? Nowadays, you only have two choices. Either you play for a forever game where it doesn't matter how much you play, or you play a single player game that takes 8 or oh, well, yeah, well, not always though, but yeah, most of the time. Like any of that shit you'll see on the Game Awards or whatever, those kind of games, yes. But there's indie games out there. Like this year, that game Eartheon came out. That's a single player game. You can just play, you know, you just buy the game. It's like in the old days. It's just you play the game, you can beat it in an hour or whatever. So, I mean, that stuff exists. It's just that those aren't the big popular games that people are talking about. You like Candy Crush? Are you like 85? You want a Facts of Life game where you can switch between characters? Yeah, you can switch from Natalie to Joe to Blair to Tootie. And if you beat the game, you can unlock Mrs. Garrett. It's great. I'd like to play that too. What about chess? I like chess. I always have a hard time finding people that want to play it. But, chess is good. Better yet, 3-dimensional chess. If you think it's hard to get people to play chess with you, try to get them to play 3-dimensional chess. So I had a Star Trek 3D chess growing up. I don't think I ever got anyone to play it. Like once in a blue moon, I had one friend that would play chess, that liked chess. Most people would not want to play it, and I always wanted to play it. Go through the fucking thing. I use the health. Which one do you love more, chest or monoboli? Well, if I'm gonna play monoboli, I prefer the NES version of monoboli, because you don't actually have to clean up the board and the pieces. It's a much faster version without any cleanup. So I prefer to play NES monoboli. But chest is great, yeah. Thanks for the comment. Now leave me alone, it's bath time. You think he meant to say monovoli, not monoboli? It could be. Let's see. So, all right. Mike, describe your taint. What do you guys call the area between your balls and your asshole? I feel like everybody has a different name for it. I'll tell you what we called it growing up, but I want to know what you guys call it. Gooch. You guys call it gooch. Scrote. Okay, so that's what. So at least it looks like most of you guys called it the gooch. So growing up, me and my friends, we called it the pork chop. It wasn't until later that I heard about gooch, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I could say that. I'm okay with that too." Did you and your friends talk about taint a lot? No, we talked about the pork chop. I just told you. He goes, I see. Doesn't that make sense now? Good. Glad you understand. Don't I usually blow the eyes off of this thing in 2 seconds? Like, what's going on here? What the fuck? Alright, I'll try to just keep continuing. I always kill this thing in like 2 seconds. Is it because I don't have the fucking boomerangs on? Because it fucking turned them off on me again? Come on! Oh, it didn't fucking turn them on! What the fuck? Also, it's like... Ugh. Oh, I don't have any of that. That's why it's not fucking work. You have to have one thing. I don't have it at all. That totally fucking screwed me. I don't know how this is gonna go now. I'll see if I can get my items back. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fucking start over again. Pain in my ass. Like the first round of this, I did the best. You can't not have the boomerangs. Look, I'm gonna die again. And then it's like they hardly give them to you. So if it's like if you you really like can't die. Even if I just get one boomerang, like that, it helps so much. Now I have like no life. Oh wow, it's the first time I've seen one of the donut things come up on the level as like an upgrade. It's like, how do you get a fully upgraded donut? That'd be another good name for between your balls and asshole. How about the donut? I like that better. You can really call it anything you want. I try to make my commentary on retro games interesting for you guys. Hey, when I started the stream, I talked about all the mechanics. I don't know, man. 2 hours into Ikari Warriors 2, I don't know what to say anymore. So that's when we start talking about donuts. Alright, now maybe I can still accomplish this. I don't know. You have a 5-inch taint? Oh yeah? It's great. How about the notepad? What about the notepad? I have a notepad here. Is there something you wanted me to write down? Oh, did you want me to write down all the names of these? You want me to write down Gooch, Donut, Pork Chop? See how I can remember all of these, but I'm not able to remember anything about France other than Pepe Le Pew? My brain only has space for things that are important. That was pretty well done. God. So if that's the first thing I have, let's say, is that on here? Wait, I don't know if you have to turn that on or if it's already like automatically on. Come on! See, this is why everything sucks if it's not the fucking boomerang. You can't hit anything. Anything that's not the boomerang is a fucking challenge run. And these stores barely ever fucking come up. In the beginning of the game, they're there, but like, where are they now? Oh, pause them? That's what that does? It fucking freezes them? Fuck, dude, I didn't even know what that did. My God! Oh, and then you die and you lose the rest of the weapons. So I don't even have the fucking weapons now. Say, feed me, come! That's what this guy looks like he'd be saying. Feed me, come! Look at his tongue hanging out of his mouth. There you go, buddy. Bust the nut in his mouth. God, here we go. I don't even have anything now. I don't know. Christ. No way! That came as a surprise. Staff, Tina. Tina 2. End. Wow, what a great ending. End. Staff, Tina, end. Alright, well, that was Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road. So, when did this game come out? '88. Came out in 1988. So, 37 years ago, I had this game. 37 years of my life, I've been thinking about this game. I'd always think about how weird it is. And I had this as a little kid. About 7 or 8 years old. I had it as a little kid. And I put on this game, and I'd be like, I don't get it. There's a reason I didn't get it. The menus fucking suck. And how are the guys from Ikari Warriors in space? Do they even explain? You guys are great. Victory is ours because of you. I have arranged my special plane for you. So they get on a plane. Like, why are they even on another planet? Now I want to know. You know why I didn't know? Because I didn't have the patience as a 7-year-old to sit here and wait for the fucking text to go by to read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna find out why they're in space. So they're only in a fucking plane, like a World War II plane or some shit. That ain't getting to space. But then there's like a lightning storm, right? So they're going home. This is after Ikari Warriors 1. Okay, and then there's a thunderstorm. I'm sorry, but a thunderstorm is not going to send you to space. So what happens after this? I've never bothered to read this because it goes so fucking slow that I can't pay attention. I'm going to really try to pay attention to what it says. The story directly picks up at the ending of Ikari Warriors, congratulated by General Paul and Vince return home in a plane arranged by the general. A mysterious storm appears, and they hurtled thousands of years into the future. So there's there's like a thunderstorm, and then they're in the future? That's not... You're missing, like, another cutscene. There needs to be, like... There was a terrible thunderstorm, and then you have another cutscene, and a giant portal appeared, and the plane went through the portal into another dimension. And then they're in space. You can't just be like, oh, there was some bad weather, and now we're in space. That doesn't make sense. So one of the few times that I've paid attention to a plot of a game, the plot is bad. The gameplay is bad. It's bad. I think my stream just died. Am I back? Seemed like the stream died for a second there. Anyway, I'm done anyway. So guys, thanks for watching. That's Ikari Warriors 2. It took me 37 years of my life to do that. We'll play something else next time. Another NES game down. I'll put it on the blog. Thanks for watching. That was just depressing, wasn't it? That's part of the Nintendo Entertainment System, though. Depressing bad games is half the library. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!